Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about very legendary Italian car Lancia Flamina Superleggera Touring. Lancia Flamina was in production from 1957 to 1970. And for this period they built just 12,633 cars. Not that many, but Flamina was the flagship model and was very expensive. The design for the saloon 4-door version and the 2-door coupe was done by the very well-known Italian brand Pininfarina. But these were the standard cars. There were some special cars made by coach buildings, like the 2-door Zagato coupe or the 2-door coupe or convertible made by Touring. Now, the car what is here in front of us today is the Superleggera Touring body and is made of aluminium. Before to talk about the car, we need to mention that on that time Lancia was naming the models after Roman roads. So Flamina was the road leading from Rome to Rimini, and this was the respect to the great Roman Empire. Also, we remember from that time another great Lancia model, Lancia Fulvia. This is also another great Roman road. Again, I'm gonna say this was respect to the great Roman Empire. These Flamina cars are very interesting. All their front longitudinally mounted engines and rear wheel drive. The engines are V6, 2.5 or later 2.8 liters, engaged with 4-speed manual or semi-automatic gearboxes, but for the sedan versions. The Carrozzeria Touring designed and built, of course, these super light, or in Italian Superleggera cars. And how we mentioned earlier, the body was made of aluminium. The front side is very distinctive for the Flamina GT 2-door cars because of the 4 round lights to each side. The other versions of the Zagato and the Pininfarina cars are with only 2 lights, so one each side. This particular car is a Lancia Flamina GT built in 1961. In 1962, Carrozzeria Touring decided to build the same 2-door car but for 4 people, or 2 plus 2. What they did? They increased a bit the wheelbase to make space for the back seats, and was named Lancia Flamina GT EO. Probably EO is coming from long. The normal GT Flamina, like the car here, was presented a little bit early, so in total they made 1,718 GT cars from 1960 to 1965. So we said a little bit early, that's mean 1960. Just 1,718 cars like this GT, but most of them are with the small capacity engine, 2.5 liter, and just small numbers are equipped with the bigger engine, 2.8 liters. The GTO version was in production from 1962 to 1965, and they made only 300 of them, of these 2 plus 2 cars. So we said there were 2 engines fitted into the Flamina Touring cars, 2.5 or 2.8 liters, V6, both of the engines. 2.5 was approximately 135 horsepower, the 2.8 liter was 150 horsepower, and back in the 1960s actually 150 horsepower was a lot. The car was very advanced for its time, not only because of the aluminium body, but because of the design, the chassis, the suspension, the leather inside, the interiors, the Pirelli tires, the handling, etc., etc. Was based on the Aurelia's chassis, but much more improved. The front suspension as well. Double wishbones, coil springs, shock absorbers, anti-roll bar, so very, very advanced. The rear suspension was still Didion setup, but transaxle type, because the gearbox was rear mounted, so next to the differential. This was very helpful for the perfect weight distribution. The car was very aerodynamic with incredible smooth lines and was capable to reach in maximum speed of 200 km per hour or 125 miles per hour. Okay, we're not going to say was a rival to Ferrari or Maserati, but was a rival to Alfa Romeo. Especially these very cool and sporty Alfa Romeo models, like the 1960 Alfa Romeo 2600. The engines were very reliable, not only the engines, but all entire car was proper built, and was dream for many car enthusiasts. These who can't afford Ferrari or Maserati but can afford a special Lancia. Lancia, like a brand today, is not very well known, but back on the day was one of the top names. And when you said Lancia, that means something very serious and even expensive. Lancia was founded in 1906 by Vincenzo Lancia and Claudio Fogolin. There are some incredible pre-world models, and they've been known for that. They are very reliable, very powerful as well, and they first, actually Lancia was very innovative company. They first introduced the 5-speed manual gearbox into a production car. Also, as well, the first V4 engine into the production car, the independent suspension, and many other things. In 1969, Fiat bought Lancia, and from that moment, Lancia became part of the Fiat group, as well Auto Bianchi. And then we saw a really great progress under Fiat management, because they wanted to bring back the Lancia name like one of the top brands in the world. Everyone remember the Lancia rally cars, especially from 1970s, 1980s, even 1990s. The models like Lancia Fulvia Rally, and then Lancia Stratos, which was specially built for rally, Lancia 037, Lancia Delta S4, these brutal Group B cars, winning cars, and then Lancia Delta Integrale, Lancia Delta even Monte Carlo. So even still today, Lancia holding the record with most World Rally Championships. So 11, they won 11 World Rally Championships time. Even they attended Formula 1 in 1954-1956 with the model Lancia Ferrari D50. They have their 2 wins. Today, the brand is more than 115 years old and has a great heritage and great history. But back to the FLAMINIA GT Touring Superleggera car. This beautiful design, dream for many people, was exported to many countries, so not only in Italy or Germany, but to many countries. Rich people were buying these cars everywhere, in Spain, in Holland, in Belgium. Even some models were originally built with very rare and beautiful sunroof. The chassis platform with tubular structure is very strong and rigid. Must be strong because it's sporty car, but as well they built some convertibles on this chassis. But anyway, it's very strong, and with these aluminum Superleggera panels, the car is one of the most beautiful Italian coupes for all time. By the way, they built only 168 coupes Touring Superleggera with the bigger 2.8 liter engine. We mentioned the engine, so the car is equipped with V6 2.8 liter 2775 cc engine and producing 150 horsepower at 5400 rpm to 228 newton meters of torque. So it was very powerful engine. The maximum speed we mentioned earlier was near 200 km per hour. The gearbox 4-speed manual transaxle type, so the gearbox is mounted on the backside of the car together with the differential, and with 3 Weber 35 carburetors, So the car is absolutely cool. So, but we're gonna, let's say again, because this is very cool car, was very advanced car for 1960s for its time. I'm gonna say again, not only because of the aluminum panels, but everything was very innovative in this car. Even the chassis, the suspension, inside the interior was very cool. The handling was absolutely perfect, absolutely amazing. And when we said the aluminum panels, we have to say that not only Ferrari, Maserati or Aston Martin being with these aluminum panels, but this Lancia as well. And of course, not all Ferrari, Maserati and Aston Martin cars being with aluminum panels as well. Special Ferrari cars being with aluminum. So most of the Ferrari cars, even on that time, they've been with steel panels. We remember the model Ferrari 275 GTB, GTB4 is from 1960s, 1964, is made from steel panels. Just some special models are made of aluminum. So really big respect to this Lancia model and to using aluminum. But companies like Zagato and Touring, they are a little bit more advanced than the other. They are sporty cars, so of course they need to be lightweight cars. They need to be Superleggera. That's why they've been using aluminum. And today the prices are very expensive of these cars. The normal coupe cars, they're, let's say, 50,000, but this car, what is here, the Touring Superleggera, is more than 150,000 pounds or euro. And but the Zagato versions, they are the most expensive. They reach in 500,000. And absolutely fantastic car. From any angle you look in the car looks just amazing. Just have a look here. The side of the car with this very distinctive, we said, 4 lights on the front, massive grille, and the wheels, of course, there with hubs. Inside the interior is just amazing with this Connolly leather inside, and it's very beautiful. The steering wheel as well, wooden steering wheel, lots of aluminum, lots of leather inside, fantastic design, lots of chrome outside as well. So the car is absolutely perfect. Like you can see here, this is just 2-seat car, so for 2 people. That is not EO version 2+2, is the normal one. So the car is one of the most beautiful Italian 2-door cars of all time. Of course, there are many beautiful Italian cars, Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, but Lancia as well on that time was very high-tech car. So guys, I hope you liked the video about this Lancia FLAMINIA Touring Superleggera. If you like, please subscribe my channel and see you next time, guys. Bye.